Hello, in this video I'll be reviewing the programs for Muay Thai and kickboxing from Natural Hypertrophy. He's got a whole bunch of different programs written here for different martial arts. I've never done any of those other martial arts, so I'm not going to dive into them too much. But I have done Muay Thai for quite some time and boxing as well. So, and of course I've lifted. So hopefully I can jump in and give a bit of insight on these. So we're kind of going through two programs here. He's got a purist one and then a hybrid one. So my assumption is that the purist is if you just care about the sport, and the hybrid is if you care about bodybuilding and the sport. So let's jump into the purist one. We have day A. Okay, so it's the ABC days. Dips or weighted push-ups, 3 times 6 to 10. I really like these. These are, the option is good as well if you have a dip station or not. Both basically these are the two premier body weight like push exercises. I think dips and weighted push-ups. So I like that. 3 sets. I think 6 to 10 is a good rep range as well. Good hypertrophy rep range, but also equally not super duper like, because you could go higher reps, but you might get less strength out of it. So yeah, I like that. And it's supersetted to calf raises. I like that. I think basically if you're doing training for martial arts, you should be supersetting everything because your cardio is going to be good anyway. And calf raises are interesting because I think Muay Thai fighters are one of the few, maybe boxers, are one of the few sports people who would do calf raises for their sport performance. Because in Muay Thai, you're always up on your toes and you're bouncing that front foot and you're doing all sorts of stuff. And also, yeah, you probably want strong calves. So I like that, and I like that as a superset. Then we go to weighted pull-ups or weighted chin-ups. Yeah, I like that it's giving you a choice because they're very similar, but some people might prefer one or the other. And then we've got 3 sets of 3 to 5. So heavy weighted chin-ups, really building strength in the back and the shoulders. I like this. I think that sort of strength is really useful for Muay Thai. And I like that it's weighted. So if you're quite strong, this will bring you back down to some reasonable rep range. And then superset to hang clean pulls. I like that actually. Not a good bodybuilding exercise for sure, but a fantastic exercise for learning how to generate like full body power. When I say power, I don't just mean strength. I mean power is the ability to generate speed on the bar as well, which is probably very useful for athletic performance. So I like that. 6 to 10 is maybe a slightly higher rep range, but then again, your cardio should be excellent as a Muay Thai fighter anyway, so why not? It's a tough superset, that one. Hang clean pulls to pull up, to weighted pull-ups. But it'll probably take you a few seconds to put on the weight belt and everything, so you'll get your breath back. So no problem there. Then we go barbell or dumbbell RDLs, supersetted to COC. C-O-C. I don't know what that is. I'm just going to quickly Google that. It's probably some acronym, but I'm like, I should know, and I don't. Let me just look that up. COC exercise. Captains of Crush. Oh, is this a gripper thing that he's got you doing? That would be interesting. Yeah, I think it is. So we're supersetting barbell or dumbbell RDLs to Captains of Crush grip thing. Oh, it's a giant set. To dumbbell push press or landmine power thruster. Okay, so I like this and I don't like it. I like the idea of giant sets for martial arts athletes. Why not? Why not use some of that cardio, build some work capacity in your training as well? I don't necessarily like that it's RDLs. Okay, so we're deadlifting on the next day. So why not do some RDLs, really build some muscle and some mass in the hamstrings and glutes. Posterior training is super important for fighting. Especially for Muay Thai, because of the clinch, you really need to have the strength in your like neck and traps and everything to come up. Comes to crush, yeah, a bit of grip is useful, especially for in Muay Thai and boxing. You want grip so you can keep your hand tight in the glove. So I like that. Dumbbell push press, I'm not a huge fan of. Like, I understand the logic behind doing a push press to generate more like explosivity for athletic performance. I'm just not a huge fan of the dumbbells. I feel like the instability can take a bit out of that. So I'd probably swap that to a barbell push press. But he's giving you the option of a landmine power thruster, which once again is, yeah, a really good movement, I think, for athletic performance. So I like that. I like that day. And I like that superset. I would just maybe change it to a barbell. Then we go day B, trap bar or Jefferson deadlifts. Which one is the Jefferson deadlift? Is it the one between your legs? I think it is. Jefferson deadlift. Let me have a look. Yes, it is the one between your legs. That's such an interesting choice. I wonder why he's chosen that. Honestly, I think that's a bit of a, unless, maybe he's got some logic to it. In my mind, I'd say that's just a bit of a goofy exercise. So I would probably, he's about to start playing. I apologize for that. I would probably swap out that Jefferson deadlift for just a standard deadlift, unless he may have some smart justification for it. And if he does, maybe there's logic to it, but I can't see it. I'd rather just do a normal deadlift like a normal person. He does say trap bar is an option as well. I think if you have a trap bar, there's nothing wrong with using it, but do remember that it's not the same as a regular deadlift. It's much less posterior chain. And then he says or squats. I don't like this at all because the deadlift and the squat but then again, it's a Jefferson deadlift. Or maybe this is his logic. His logic is he's trying to get you to do like a more knee flexion-y deadlift, and that's why there's a trap bar as well. Yeah, I would always prefer you just did deadlifts and squats, like kind of like a normal person. I'm not sure what the value you're kind of trying to combine them is. And he's supersetting that to neck work, which I love. I think neck work is so important for fighters, especially Muay Thai fighters. Because even just for any fighter, getting hit, you don't want your head to bounce around like crazy. But for Muay Thai fighters, where the clinch is so important, neck work is so important. He doesn't necessarily, does he say what he wants you to do for neck? He just says neck work. I wish he would maybe tell you what he wants you to do for neck, because that would be useful. But I agree that you should be training neck. Sets and reps make sense as well. 6 to 10 for a squat. Perfect. No worries there. Then we go reverse grip, dumbbell press, or incline press. Why reverse grip? I don't know the logic behind the reverse grip. Maybe he explains it in the video. Or incline press. Incline press is probably what I would go with there. Just much more standard exercise, build a bunch of strength in the upper body. Superset to croc rows. Yeah, why not? Rear delts are real important for just like shoulder strength in general, super important for Muay Thai. So absolutely that makes sense to me. And a superset makes sense because you're already on an incline, so you can just quickly jump into croc rows. And the rep range makes sense, 8 to 12. Then we go Bulgarian split squats, 4 sets of 10 to 15. I like that. Into wall slams and or captains of crush. I like the exercise selection here, but I gotta say, this is a little bit disrespectful to Bulgarians. Bulgarians should be done heavy and hard. They should be a proper compound. You shouldn't throw them in at the end of a day. You should be doing them with like heavy weights that really, really challenge you. And you almost should be impossible to superset them to wall slams. You shouldn't really have anything left after you finish a set of Bulgarians. So I would put these at the start of a workout or right after the deadlifts, and I wouldn't superset them with anything. Or actually, no, that's fine. I could superset them with captains of crush. That's not going to take your breath away. And then I'll just do the wall slams at the end if you want to. So I wouldn't superset Bulgarians with wall slams because, like I say, they should take so much out of you that you won't be able to do wall slams with any degree of vigor. I think a lot of people disrespect the Bulgarian. They kind of they think of it as an accessory. The reality is Bulgarian should be like the hardest thing you do in your whole week. Barbell or dumbbell. It should really take it out of you. It shouldn't be like a little accessory at the end of your day. Then we go sprints, 5 sets of 30 meters. I love that. Yeah, I think sprinting is so important for athleticism, so that makes good sense to me. And 30 meters is short enough that you probably just do it in the gym if you want to, so that's fantastic. What is a Garda swing? Let me just quickly look that up. Garda swing. Please hold. Beginner Garda swing workout. What is a Garda swing? Oh, it's like a mace swing around. Okay, I can imagine that could be relatively good for developing core strength and everything like that, especially athletic core strength. But I think he's probably acknowledging that most people don't have that thing, but I guess it's called a Garda. So instead, we're doing diamond push-ups, time 5 sets to AMRAP. I like diamond push-ups as like an expression of strength. I think they're fun to flex on people. I don't know how much I love putting them in a program just because they can sometimes get a bit wristy, but I suppose that might be maybe a bit what he's thinking about, is like it will develop a bit of wrist strength as well. And they are a fantastic tricep exercise, so why not? Then we go dumbbell lunges, and I guess it's just a bit of general physical preparedness there. You're getting used to being tired and sprinting around and using your muscles at the same time, which you need for martial arts, so that makes sense. Then we go dumbbell lunges, 3 sets of 20 meters, or sandbag carries, 3 sets of 40 meters, supersetted to Turkish get-ups. Yeah, just some good athletic training there. This will give you a little bit of leg hypertrophy. I mean, lunges are a good exercise, but I imagine this is mostly about just general physical preparedness, getting your legs used to working hard with lots of lactic acid, and it's superset. And then the Turkish get-ups require you to do something a little bit technical at the same time, which teaches you to be technical and smart while working hard. So I actually quite like that. I think that's all good. Now we move to the hybrid workout, which is actually only a day A, day B, so it's just 2 days a week. And my assumption is that the hybrid is if you're trying to get jacked and train for your sport. So we start with dips or weighted push-ups, 3 to 6 to 10, same as before, and same logic, I like that. Then we go weighted pull-ups or chin-ups, which I like, superset to hang clean pulls, which I like. Now a superset to goblet squats, which I don't like. And the only reason I don't like that is goblet squats are one of those exercises where they're great while you're weak. Because while your legs are weak enough that a dumbbell you hold challenges you, they're really good. But the problem is very quickly, most people, and definitely most guys, get to the point where they can't hold a dumbbell heavy enough to challenge their legs. So even as part of a superset, I don't like it, just because you're not going to get any kind of hypertrophy from it, just because you won't be able to hold a heavy enough dumbbell. The dumbbells at my gym go up to 40, on a dumbbell, and you squat like much more than that on a barbell. So not a big fan of that. What would I change it to? You could maybe change it to jump squats, get a bit more athletic, and then you're not limited by weight. Then we go barbell and dumbbell RDLs, which we talked about. We like that. Captains of crush, dumbbell push press. Yeah, so same as last time, and I liked all of that last time, no problem, other than switching with dumbbell to a barbell. Then we go day B. Trap bar Jefferson deadlifts. Once again, a little confused by that selection. I think I'd rather see just a squat here. And it's only one. Wait, Jefferson deadlift 1 3 times 5. What does that mean? 1 set of 3 to 5 reps, or 1 to 3. It's 1 to 3 sets for 5 reps. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, not opposed to that. Then we go reverse grip dumbbell press. Once again, I'm not sure the logic behind a reverse grip. I just feel like most people prefer a standard grip. Or incline press, cock rows, we talked about that before. Oh, and cable serratus punches. I like this exercise. This is one that you might look at it at the gym and think the person's being a bit goofy, but it actually trains the shoulder and the serratus muscles down here really, really well. And is probably super specific for Muay Thai because you use those muscles all the time. So I like that. That's totally fine. And then 10 to 15, I think, is a good rep range. You don't want to go too low in reps on those just because it uses a lot of the soft tissue of the shoulder, and you don't necessarily want to go super heavy. Then we go Bulgarian split squats, into wall slams, into captains of crush, into bent over lateral raises. I just wish that the Bulgarians got pulled out of this. It's the same as I said before. Bulgarians should be treated seriously. They should be done early as a heavy compound. So I would just put the Bulgarians at the start of a workout on their own, or maybe superset it to captains of crush if you wanted. And then I would do wall slams and bent over lateral raises. So I actually like the exercise selection here. I just don't like... Yeah, bent over lateral raises, by the way, good. Rear delts, strong rear delts is important for punching. I just wish that this has been separated a bit, because the Bulgarians, I guarantee you're not going to get any kind of decent results out of Bulgarians if you're doing wall slams right afterwards and bent over lateral raises. You're just going to be too tired to execute the Bulgarians to your maximum potential, which is high. Bulgarians should be heavy and hard. So I would just change it up by just pulling the Bulgarians and the captains of crush to right after Jefferson deadlifts. That can be a superset. And then you can finish the day by supersetting your wall slams and your bent over lateral raises. So overall, this is actually a really good program. I really like the exercise selection. I like the reps for the most part. I would just pull apart a couple of the supersets and maybe just... I wonder if there's just a little bit of weirdness for the sake of weirdness, because it's like a martial arts program, it's got to be different. I would probably just keep it a bit more standard. I'd switch out the Jefferson deadlifts to just normal deadlifts or normal squats. And I would switch out the reverse grip dumbbell press to just normal dumbbell press. And then I would bring the Bulgarians to early in the workout so you can actually focus on them. But other than that, those are small changes. Other than that, I think this is a great program. And I think good exercise selection for athletes, for martial arts athletes. Obviously, he's written a whole bunch of other programs here that I'm not really qualified to look at because I've never done any of his other martial arts. So just looking at the Muay Thai one there, and I think, yeah, pretty good. I liked it. Awesome. Thanks for watching.